welcome everybody tonight to Paranormal Nation Radio for a special night. We're here to talk about what's coming up here in the next, looks like 37 hours from now. We're going to be starting our live stream for 180 hours. Everybody watching. Hi, Justin. I put the link in there if you want to come join and talk about our 180 hours that I'm talking about tonight. Yeah, we're going to be doing a live stream on Periscope, Twitch, and Twitter at WO Entertainment #1. You can find them on there. You got to sign up to watch the whole event. We'll be on Facebook every once in a while, but Facebook will shut us down quite a bit. So, but keep watching there on Twitch, Periscope, and Twitter. Hi, Nico. Hey, Nico. The stream. Put the link in there for this stream tonight. Anybody can come and join. We're talking about what's coming up here in the next 37 hours that will be going live. During that 180 hours, I was hoping Justin would come on here, or one of them come on here and we'd talk a little bit about it. But the 180 hours that we decided on is based on the 22 a day veterans we lose to suicide. So in 8 days would be the same amount, 180, that lives we had lost. We're doing all this to raise money for Warrior Outdoors, non-for-profit organization that we have that helps veterans. We take them hunting, fishing, big truck races, just anything to get them relaxed and calm back down. Because as the redneck pimp says, if you're laughing, you ain't crying. So, you know, where's the link? It's at the very top of the chat room there, Richie. You can find it there in the chat room. Just copy and paste it in Chrome, and you can come right on there. Hi, Dean. Let's see who's all here. Dean Cerny, Nico, Nick Muley. Yeah, Nick. The link is in the top of the chat room if you want to come and join and want to be invited to host an hour or two during our 180 hours. Contact me. We can talk about it here. It's what tonight's show is all about, because in the next 37 hours we start, and for 180 hours this stream will be live with all different types of activity and events on it. I mean, we start on Halloween morning. I'll open it up and be talking and be going different locations with my cell phone using this showing you different things and everything. And then at around 7 p.m. Central Time on here, the Reverend Sean Whittington will do a 2-hour special with the first guest that he has. Will be doing a live investigation in Scotland at a castle that's never been investigated before, never been allowed to be investigated before, and the Scotland Paranormal team up there got it. So this will be a premiere show on here of their live investigation for about an hour. And then we're going to jump right over from Scotland and go to London, where we'll be talking with David Cook, who'll be just getting in from his investigation of some ruins over there in London, and show us some of the evidence and new techniques and stuff he's using. So, and then when we get done with that, while all that's going on, we will be having an investigation in Cameron, Missouri at the old school. While that's going on, and when David Cook gets done, we will be live with our investigation. So Halloween night, because a lot of people aren't going to be out trick-or-treating, tell them and they can tune right in on Periscope, Twitch, and Twitter, and follow us and comment all night long. During the stream, at the bottom of the stream, you'll see a banner. Let's see if I can pull it up here. I got to make a new one here. Let me do this. And it goes like this. 37. I got somebody just popped in. Just 1 second so I can show them. I see the Redneck Pimps here. Anyway, I messed up here. I'll be with you in just a second. Okay. Now, there we go. Anyway, at the bottom of the screen, you'll see a banner like that. If you can and you would, all donations you can make through PayPal to WO Entertainment at iCloud.com. And all the money goes to help vets. So, with that being said, I'm going to bring the Redneck Pimp on here. Hey, Richie.
What's going on, man? I can't hardly hear you.
Yeah. Can you hear me real good?
Hold on, let me get some headphones on.
Yeah. We're talking about the 180 hours that we're going to be doing. Now can you hear me? Oh, he's losing you. I lost him. Okay. Hey, Nico.
Hey!
Hey, buddy. How's it going?
What's going on, my friend?
Yeah. For folks that don't know, this is Nico. He'll be bringing a new show on WO Entertainment, the Kaniski. Isn't that how it's said?
That's the Kanuski, yes, sir. Hello, everybody. My name is Nico, and I'm going to be bringing the Kanuski Show to WO Entertainment. And my debut pilot episode is during the 180 hours world record. I'm so happy and proud to be a part of this. And thank you guys so much. Thank you for letting me be a part of this monumental occasion.
Oh, we're glad to have you aboard. I mean, this 180 hours is going to be something that nobody else could ever reproduce like what we're going to do.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it.
I mean, well, you just look at Saturday night. How many miles we're going to travel by starting in Gallatin, Missouri, going to Las Vegas with the Rev, going to Scotland, then going to London, and then coming back to Cameron.
My God. A lot of miles.
Yeah, and then through the week, I've got people from Australia, Ireland, that's going to be on here.
Man, I'm trying to think of what I can do. I've got friends. I've got friends in Australia too. Well, one friend.
Right.
That I could get call in on my show, maybe have them. I mean, it wouldn't be anything top quality or anything. It'd just be my phone on speaker.
Right. Well, a lot of people do that. A lot of people do that when they call in. All you got to do is hold your phone right up here, and it goes right out over the airwaves.
Yeah.
You know. So, how's your laptop working for you?
Well, I mean, I'm using it right now. It's so far so good. I've got this microphone on my Amazon wish list. It's like a clamp on. It's got a big bendy arm shit like this. And there's like a filter. Yeah, kind of like that, but it's got like one of those round filters like this in front of it too.
Yeah, I've got one of those too. I just don't put it on here because that round thing's like this big. All it is a spit guard. You know.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was like a sound filter or something.
No. This one here is a Blue Yeti, is what it is.
I don't know what mine's a new did something. I don't know. It's got like a gold colored mesh thing like what you got on the tip there.
Right.
I'd have to send you a picture of it. It's like $30, but
well, that ain't bad. This one,
very, very poor. I can't even afford that.
This mic right here is $270,
Holy shit.
And then that doesn't include the arm and the spit guard and all that.
Oh man, the one I'm looking at comes with like everything.
Right. Well, this one didn't cost me a penny.
Yeah.
You know Cameron
Of course.
from 1700? He sent it to me.
Good on you, bud.
Yeah. Well, we was doing the show the first night, and I had a real cheap microphone, right? He ordered one of these from Amazon, and they sent him two. And he goes, it's been sitting in my closet for a year. I'll send it to you. It costs more money to ship it up here than it did if we had to go buy one.
Nice.
Yeah. But anyway, that's how all this, and stuff we do. But no, we're glad to have you on board on the
Thank you.
WO Entertainment.
Thank you, Mr. Carl. I
What-
appreciate that, and I appreciate you guys having me.
What night are you wanting to do your regular show on during your regular time slots?
I haven't gotten to that point yet. We've established that 4th November is going to be my pilot episode,
Right.
and I got to be honest, I'm not even prepared for that yet. But I'm just going to kind of play it by ear.
That's all we do.
But after that, I'll figure that out and see where it goes from there.
Yeah, you gotta send me the message. See, I'm the producer of all the shows.
Sure. Yep.
Yeah, and everything. And then if you want anything special on your show, you send me a day or two ahead of time pictures or a link, and I can put them up during your show.
Did I send you
The picture of the logo. Yeah, I got it.
No, not the logo. The theme song. The theme song that I wanted.
No, I haven't got that yet.
Okay, I'm gonna have to get with you about that because I've
Yeah.
got something special in mind for that.
Okay, you just send it to me. Make sure it's in an MP4 format.
Okay, what I can do is I can send you. It's from a YouTube video.
Uh
But
huh.
I can also send you a link that can. This is how I get all my music. It's pirating, and I know we don't condone pirating.
I know.
But it's something that you can download. You can download the YouTube audio into an MP4 format, and then you can use it
Right.
to, for whatever. So I'll get that taken care of before the 4th.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah.
No
Cameron
problem.
and Athen and Justin, they all know what I'm talking about.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's no problem at all. But
Cool.
yeah, we're getting hyped up for this 180 hours. Tomorrow morning, me and Justin and Richie will be at our local radio station on the Breakfast Club talking again about the world record.
Nice.
Yeah, we just they had our picture in the local newspaper last week and a story about it. So it's getting out there what we're attempting, and it's not going to be an attempt. We're going to do it one way or the other.
Happening. It's happening. This is so huge. This
Because,
is massive.
I mean, between the three of us, I've got the best internet service there is. So there'll be one computer set up here live all the time so that the stream can't get shut down.
Right.
And then, remember, you can do this on your phone, too. Because you did it the first time on your phone.
Yeah.
Right.
It didn't work out all that well. See, I'm the type, if I'm going to do it, I want it to be professional. Just a phone, holding a phone like that. That's not professional. I'm like,
No.
even
Well,
this right here doesn't feel professional. I still want like an actual camera, a microphone right here. I want a green screen behind me. I'm just from the
Yeah, you want,
cool, but
let's see how my green screen comes out tonight.
yeah, see, that would be awesome right there. Like if I could have something like a Canadian flag flying behind me. Like,
Well, you
that'd be
just
cool.
get the picture, and on this software here, you go to your green screen, and as you can tell, that's a green sheet.
Right.
That's all it is.
I don't even have that.
Yeah, but that's all it is a bed sheet.
And see,
And
I
everything.
have to be outside where I'm at because my buddy's house where I live at, like where I'm sitting right now under the carport, this is where I get the Wi-Fi the best. If I'm
Right.
in my trailer, which you can see if I turn this way, and yeah, see those lights?
Yeah.
That's my travel trailer that I live in. I
Uh-huh.
don't get the Wi-Fi
At all.
in there. Not well. I mean, I do, but not
You-
good enough to be able.
Yeah, you need to get, I know, and you're low on money, but you need to get a Wi-Fi repeater is what it's called, and it picks it up and sends a stronger signal to you.
I'd have to look into that.
Yeah.
But for now, I mean, this is fine.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. If you get a green screen there, you're going to have real good lighting coming at you
Yeah.
to light up the back of it.
And that's another thing that I have that I'm shopping for is one of those ring lights. You know, the round ring lights. I've
Yeah.
got those. It's also, I think, like $30.
Yep.
I've got everything on my Amazon wish list. If anybody's watching, I'm sorry. I hate to do this. I feel like I'm panhandling this, but if anybody feels like donating to my show, I would really appreciate it. It would help me out a lot, and it wouldn't actually go to me. It would go back to you because it would help me bring you some entertainment and content. I've got an Amazon wish list that's got a green screen, a ring light, a microphone. I've got a laptop now, so you don't have to worry about that. But yeah, I can shoot a link down, maybe.
Yeah. Hold on a second here, Nico. Richie's saying you got a bad echo.
I do.
Let me listen in mine.
I can hear myself when I talk. I can.
Okay.
I don't
I know what it is. I think I know. Just a second.
I don't know what I do about that. If you go ahead and fix that, Mr. Carl, I'm going to.
I fixed it, I believe. Richie, now tell me if you hear an echo. I know what the problem was.
Check, mic, check, 1, 2. Okay, I don't hear anything. I didn't
Right.
hear
You're good now. What it was I didn't have my headset turned on. I was listening through the speaker and through the computer.
Okay.
And
Right.
every time you talked, it went through the microphone.
Okay.
He's good. Yeah, it's good now.
Okay, let me run grab another beer and a cigarette, and I'll be right back. Okay?
Go for it.
10-4.
Yeah. So, folks, anybody else wants to come on the show and talk tonight? We're just getting geared up for the 180 hours. I'm just reminding everybody that you can find us on Twitch, Periscope, and Twitter. WO Entertainment #1. Now on Periscope, I believe it's WO Entertainment without the T, with the #1, because they wouldn't allow us to type that many letters in. But the rest of them is WO Entertainment, and with the #1. Sign up for that, and you can watch the full 180 hours during the live stream. Facebook will shut us down in 8 hours. Then I have to restart it.
Okay.
So to do a continuous, we're doing Twitch, Periscope, and Twitter. So, yeah.
What about we're getting shut down in 8 hours?
Okay. When you go live on Facebook, you can only go live for 8 hours.
Oh, okay.
Then they shut it down.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. YouTube, I believe it's 24 or 48 hours, and then they shut you down. But see, we're definitely doing it on the Twitch side because that's where the world record was set.
Yeah.
They did 162 hours, 11 minutes, and some odd seconds of watching Games of Thrones. All the seasons.
Really?
Yeah, twice, and then some more certain ones during that time. And I'm like, I couldn't even watch one episode. What are you talking about?
I like Game of Thrones. I did. I got into it.
But that's what the world record was set on, was them watching Games of Thrones.
No joke.
So, but yeah, I mean, everything's going real good, but we got everybody lined up. And the nice thing about, and you know about it, is when we end our 180 hours coming to the end, we're going to be at Warrior Fest in Blue Springs, Missouri.
Mm-hmm.
And down at Misfits Bar and Grill down there in Blue Springs on Highway 7. For 2 days down there, and on the second day, that's where we'll break the world record.
Hell yeah. And it's all going to be one continuous stream like the entire time, right?
Right. That way, if anybody ever wants to go check the record, they can check it on Twitch, Periscope, and Twitter, because it'll be there forever.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Richie,
So
I'll
happy to
keep
be a part of
redoing Facebook a lot and everything, resetting it, because then everybody will just have to go down to the next link that restarted and keep watching.
Now, can I get to the Facebook comments from here? Do I have to open a new tab and go to Facebook, or how do I do
No. Okay. You see comments on your side?
that? Not right now, no. Let's see.
Okay. Let's see. Why aren't you seeing comments? Okay. At your, let's see. Let me go back to the top here and let me look. You should have, over to the side, do you see comments, banners, brand, private chat?
No, I see. Okay, on the right side of my screen, I see private chat and comments, but it's
Okay.
all empty.
Top, click on the comments.
Oh!
Oh, wow.
Wow!
People write letters.
Holy shit! Look at that. So I don't have to go to Facebook. This is all just going to Facebook and everything?
Right. This is going to WO Entertainment's Facebook. It's going to PNR Productions I own. It's going Paranormal Nation Radio Facebook. It's going WO Entertainment's YouTube. It's going WO Entertainment's Periscope, Twitter, and Twitch. All at the same time.
So every comment on every network, it's going to right here.
Right.
Okay, cool. Good to know. So I don't have to like switch between apps or anything?
Uh-uh.
What?
Yeah. This isn't an app. This is browser based.
Technology!
This is why it doesn't use up your bandwidth.
That's awesome. Yeah, this is a long way from what I'm used to. Like,
Okay. Another thing I want to show you while you're on here. Down at the bottom of your screen, it says camera and mic.
no. Oh, yeah. I got mute, stop cam mic. Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Hit-
Here.
Hit the cam mic.
Okay.
Will come up.
Okay, got it.
Okay. It tells you which camera you're using.
Just the built-in.
Right. Okay. Down below it says show advanced.
Mm-hmm.
Click it.
Mm-hmm.
What's it say you're on?
Standard definition 480p.
Okay. If for some reason you see yourself slow motion or anything, go to 360.
Low definition 360.
Yeah, go to it.
Okay, right now.
Yeah. There
Okay.
you go. It brings you in closer and
Okay.
you're not as jerky.
Shit.
I know, you're getting it the same way I do in my glasses because you're right up on the screen.
Yeah, I know, and it sucks because I can't take my glasses off because I'm blind. I can't
Exactly.
see
Same here.
anything.
Same here.
I won't be able to see anything.
Right.
What happens if I put it on the full high definition.
Go to 720. We'll see because you're wireless. I want to see what it does.
I'm not wireless. It's built in.
Yeah, I know you're wireless.
Oh, the Wi-Fi. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, how about that?
Okay. Now do this.
I can't see. Oh, go do this.
Yeah. So you're a little blurry, but nothing bad. As long as your voice matches your mouth.
What about this? Full high 1080. Yeah, that's choppy as shit, but I mean.
Yeah. But if you're sitting still
good.
talking, it's real good. Okay, we're going to bring the pimp on again and see what he's got to say.
There it is.
Now can you hear us?
Hello.
Hey.
What's going on, brother?
Not much. Just here reminding everybody about what's coming up here in about 36 hours.
Yeah, I won't be on here long, but just want to say, excited to get it started. I wish we was getting it started right now.
I do too.
The anticipation is kicking some ass. All right, but we're gonna be ready. You guys are kicking her off at 8 o'clock Saturday morning. Yep. I'm gonna pipe in and out when I can. We got you guys got all kind of paranormal stuff coming on from Scotland to Cameron. I mean, this damn thing's going out miles. I wish we had frequent flyer miles on here.
Yeah.
Because
I mean, we're going to be covering 7,000 miles easy in a matter of 3 hours.
Yeah, and then we got those days coming up, and then November 2nd and 3rd, we got the veteran hunt. Now, obviously, I can't go live in the timber, but I'll send you all the updates I get. If there's a deer that's been harvested, you'll know that. You can put it right up there for everybody. Obviously, on the 3rd, vote. Guys, go vote.
Yes.
I'm not going to tell you who to vote for. Just go out. It's your God-given American right. Go out and vote. Do your thing.
Already voted.
Get that took care of. And then, we're counting down, brother. The 6 and 7. We're counting down to Warrior Fest 2020.
That's right. Our big event.
It is. It's huge. It's going to be a huge call. You're absolutely right. We've got 8 comedians. We've got 7 bands over 2 days. $10 a head, a person, a day. I mean, if you come both days, you're spending $20. Where can you spend $20 and get 7 bands and 8 comedians? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's all goes for good cause. We have T-shirts. We're going to have merch from the comedians, from the band members. You're going to be there. Stop by and wave it. Say hi to Carl. I mean, he's going to be manning the pipes, guys. He's got a big responsibility. We're going to be live all over the freaking the globe, over the globe. So come by and say hi to Carl while you're there. Maybe he'll interview you. Maybe he'll put you on camera.
Yeah, we'll put you on camera. Okay, we lost him again.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, his internet on his phone messes up quite a bit. Like I said, when you're doing StreamYard, especially when you produce the shows, I'm hardwired in. Yeah. So I'm getting the straight bandwidth. Plus, this new computer helped out a whole bunch. Well, he's back again. We'll see what he's got to say here in a second. We'll get him back up there. There you are.
There he is.
Yeah, anyway, I'm sorry I lost you guys. I'm back now. But sorry I lost you guys. I'm back now. But Carl's got a big responsibility. I mean, guys, we got to come load out and transport all our gear. Never while maintaining live feed, traveling down the damn road. This 180 hours is going to be off the charts. You don't want to miss it. Nico, you watch it, brother. You don't want to miss it. Cameron's going to be there. Trey's going to be there.
Yes, sir.
All of us from the Woe Entertainment, the original 4, we're all going to be there. You guys don't want to miss out on this deal. Carl's got a big responsibility. Shake his damn hand when you see him.
Cheers, guys. Oh, I'm not going to see him. I'm not going to be able to be there, unfortunately.
That's fine. And for
cheers.
For those that can't make it, okay, I know some of them live out of state in different places. If you want to, like I said, at the bottom of the screen, the donations and everything. If you'd like to donate the $10 like the entry fee into the Warrior Fest, you can donate it through there. And Richie, if we get messages and show the shirt live on there that night, Well, I lost him
there you go.
again. But anyway, I'm going to set it up with Richie that if you can't be there and you want one of the shirts, you'll pay through the PayPal account. It'll send a message to Justin and Richie that you paid for it, and we'll write your name down and we'll get it to you.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So, I mean, it's just... Here he's back again. I'll let him know. Okay, Richie, what I was telling everybody is that night we're going to have shirts there for sale, right?
Yes. Here's the deal on the shirts. The deadline ended on the 25th. We sold 35 of them. First of all, thank everybody at the bottom. Thank you very much. But we're going to have 125 for sale at the venue. All right. So if you didn't get one or didn't have a chance to get one, you can still get them at Warrior Fest. We negotiated a deal. We got 125 shirts on hand, and we got all sizes. So it don't matter if you're big, little, tall, or small. We got your shirt size.
Right. Well, what I was telling them was if they contact us and send the money to your guys' PayPal account, we'll get them a shirt.
Yes.
We'll get them a shirt.
Yes. Send the money to the PayPal account. Once it's verified, leave your address or leave your address to Carl wherever you live, and we'll make sure that you get your shirt. If you buy a shirt, we'll make sure you get it.
Right,
Yes,
right.
absolutely.
That way, because I know a lot of people stuck in these towns and can't go nowhere, but yet they can watch us on Twitch and Periscope. And if they'd like to donate the $10 like the entry at the door, all they got to do is go to PayPal. All this goes to help veterans. Okay.
We win again.
Okay, Nico, I'm going to bring a friend of mine, Nick Muley, a paranormal friend of mine, up on here. Hey, Nick, how's it going?
It's going good. How about you?
Doing good. You've heard about our 180 hours, right?
Oh, yeah. I haven't been able to be on a lot, but I've heard, a couple things about it. So, yes.
Right. Yeah, if you'd like to be on sometime during next week, just give me a shout, and we'll get you live up on here. Do some ghost stories out of them books I seen that you was doing.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. My scary stories books I've been doing. I'm actually going to be putting a couple more pictures like that tonight. To just give a little understanding what they are. I guess you guys are familiar with the books, Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Those books, first off, I used to be terrified of those books, even though I was a paranormal and horror film fan growing up. If you met me 10 years ago, I would have told you there's no way I'm ever going to buy those books because they were just so scary. But around the time I was about a senior in high school, and I'm sure you guys remember the store Borders, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That was one of the very last books I ever got before the company was shut down. And the copy I have is the original one I've had for 10 years. And it was always a tradition for me to read that book every Halloween season. And then starting about 4 or 5 years ago, there were all these, tribute books that came out, which all had similar drawings, similar stories to them. And I've been collecting them ever since. And those pictures I posted,
I can't hear nothing to tell me. Boing, boing, bing, bong, bing. That's what it sounds like.
You can't hear nothing, Richie?
I did.
But basically, I'm trying to get these books so people can actually buy them and see that they're actually just as good as the original trilogy.
I don't know.
So, I'd love to read a few good ghost stories.
It doesn't.
Right.
It never has either.
Right. Okay, Nick, I got Richie on here for a second while he's got his Wi-Fi real good. Okay, Richie, tell some more about our 180 hours.
Yeah, if you can hear me, brother, appreciate it. Listen, I'm going to talk a little bit more about the shirts, then I'm going to go. If anybody wants them, as soon as you verify payment, you can get them. They're not that hard to get. We'll make sure that you get one. But don't miss out, guys. Carl's going to tell you how to watch us. There you got many platforms to watch us. Nico, you can watch us. We're going to have a lot of people there.
And we lost him again. His internet is real bad.
Operator error, as I like to call it.
Yeah, well, it is, but he lives out in where the hoot owls like the chickens. We'll put it that way.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
Oh boy.
We'll see.
I mean, it's almost fault. Anyway,
Once again.
I lost you. I'm gonna leave because my signal's bad and starting to frustrate the piss out of me. But I just want to tell y'all, don't miss out. It's coming. Warrior Fest 2020, November 6th and 7th. That's the culmination right there. I close the business on November 7th. You're gonna have some new champions. World
That's
record
right.
holders, World Entertainment.
Yes.
You guys, take care. Dona Dog Ahoy. I'm out.
Hey.
Take care. Yeah, that's the Redneck Pimp. He's a comedian, veteran comedian for WO Entertainment and stuff. So, but yeah, I mean,
Wow.
this is going to be, nobody else is ever going to be able to reproduce what we're going to do. The people we're going to have on here,
It's not
and
sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
yeah, you're freezing up, Nick.
Yeah, you're breaking up kind of bad, bud.
I am.
Yeah,
Yeah, just a little bit,
You
eh?
guys hear me now?
yeah, I can see you, but you're slow motion.
Sounds all or, all right, here, I'll be back.
Okay, no problem.
It's kind of funny that he mentioned that scary stories you tell in the dark. That
Uh
bud,
huh.
because my favorite story from that was one about that I grew up with it too. I'm sure all of us have. There was a story about a husband and wife, and the wife had this like ribbon around her neck, and the husband always said, you know, after years of marriage, he always said, you know, what happens if I cut that ribbon off your neck? And the wife's always said, oh, you'd be sorry. You'd be sorry if you did. Don't ever do it. You'd be sorry. And then one day the husband just got frustrated and he cut the
Okay, is it
ribbon
better?
off. Right?
I hear your voice, but you're not moving.
But
Now
yeah,
you're.
All right, hang
the
on.
husband cut
Yeah.
the ribbon off one night. The husband cut the ribbon off one night while she was in her sleep, and her head rolled off her body. And the entire time while the head rolled off the body, she said, "You'll be sorry. You'll be sorry. You'll be sorry. You'll be sorry." And it haunted him for the rest of his life, eh? That was my favorite story out of all that. I was like, "Oh my god, that's so creepy."
Isn't that the green ribbon story?
Yeah, about the husband, the wife
Yeah.
that had the ribbon around her neck, and the husband's
Yeah.
like, "Hey, what happened if I cut it off? You'll be sorry."
I have a version of that story in one of those books I presented from Alvin Schwartz. In addition to his Scary Stories trilogy, he also did In a Dark, Dark Room. The only difference was it was the guy who was always curious of why this was a couple who were in love throughout most of their life, and they're always like, why do you always wear that green ribbon around your neck? And she said, I'll tell you when I'm ready. And then all of a sudden, when she's dying, that's when she tells her to take the ribbon off. So I have that same story, but it's a different version. Of course, because it was aimed for kids, it was obviously a much more appropriate, but still somewhat graphic, story.
Yeah.
The head rolled off anyway. Yeah. And
Yep.
Yeah.
it's funny. It was made as a children's book, but even adults still love that book. I love that stuff. So it's good. It's twisted.
Yeah, man.
So how's the pandemic been hitting you guys up there lately?
We're starting to see a rise, unfortunately. I mean, my dad has been watching the news. He's been watching all the news, CNN stuff, and that's always giving up updates. And it's been hitting us pretty hard. So I'm still fortunate enough. I'm still able to work. Of course, we have been trying to be a lot more safer, but we're still trying to partially keep our hopes up because with Halloween just being 2 days away, we're still just trying to make the best of it, but just the safest way possible. So
Right.
it's been hard for a lot of us.
Right. And you got my message on November 21st. We're having the Parafest, the Paracon in Cameron.
I don't know if I got the message, but I do remember last time that we spoke. I think you did mention about it.
Yeah. Yeah. See, we're not in any real shutdown or anything up in this area. So at the old school that now we've got, it's, I'd say 50,000 square foot, 3 stories and everything. I've got permission and everything all set up to have a Paracon up there called the Old School Parafest. And we have Denise Pridemore coming to speak, David Glidden's coming to speak, Ghostbusters from Midland out of Kansas City. They're coming up with their Ghostbusters vehicle and all dressed in their gear.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
Yeah. So I didn't know. I sent you and Tom messages to see if you guys wanted to come out or if you wanted to be speakers or what.
Yeah, let me check my messenger because I know we messaged previously too. Just give me a second here, so I can find it.
Right.
Because I would have gotten something. And Tom and I haven't. Well, I haven't spoken to Tom in a number of days because he's been busy with his job. But let's see here. Oh wait, here it is. Yep, I found it right over here. Yep, I recall. Yeah, Tom and I did actually speak about that previously. He sounds interested. He's just not sure. Just it all depends on the work schedule. So
Right.
but I'll get a hold of him. And I'm actually supposed to see him on Halloween, so I'll talk to him then.
Right. And then we're going to have after the Paracon will go from 8 o'clock in the morning till 6 o'clock at night. And then at 8 o'clock, we're having a special investigation of the old school.
Okay. That sounds exciting. Definitely.
Oh,
I'm actually just trying to see if he's online. Maybe I could bring him up to see so you can give more info for him.
right.
So I don't know if he's working though, so I'll check to see if he's on.
Okay. I'm going to bring Goose up on here, another member, the founder of WO Entertainment. Hey, bud, what's up?
Oh, there he is.
How are you now?
Yeah. We're on here talking about what's happening here in about 36 hours.
Oh, you mean like tomorrow night whenever I'm going to get punched in the gut by a fucking another ghost?
Well, yeah, but we're also talking about our world record that we're going to start in 36 hours.
World record to see me get hit in the gut by another ghost.
Yeah.
So,
I'm looking forward to it, eh?
Fuck you, your spare parts, bud.
10 ply, bud.
Get this guy a fucking bumpers. Anyway,
But, Nick, this is Justin Snodgrass, the Goose, from WO Radio, the founder of WO Entertainment.
Nice to meet you.
who? Me?
Yeah,
I
Goose, and this is
I plead the fifth.
Nick Muley, a very good friend of mine in the paranormal field from Illinois.
Okay, you're from Illinois. Is it Illinois or Illinois?
For us, we call it Illinois, especially considering I live in the Chicago. I live around Chicago.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Dude, I'm from Canada. Even
It's
I
common.
know
Everybody
Illinois.
always says Illinois. Depends on who you talk to.
It's Illinois.
Illinois.
I'm from
Chicago,
Canada,
Illinois.
and I know it's
How
from
about
Illinois.
it's annoying?
Jesus.
There's a town here in Illinois that we've gone to like for another con called Silicon, and it's in the central part of the state, and it's called Mattoon. But for any of the residents that live in the actual town, it's supposed to be known as Mattoon. So, and I didn't know that up until last year.
Fuck.
But so how's everything going up at WO headquarters up there?
Oh, it's a nice, beautiful, starry night out, and the wind has actually died down a little bit up here.
Hell, did you relax after doing the concrete?
No, not really.
I had
No, I
cramps.
didn't.
I had cramps in my legs that bad last night.
Drink pickle juice, man.
I know.
I
Eat a
love pickle
nanner.
juice.
Yep.
Aldi, or I think it's Aldi. It's either Aldi or Walmart. Show wife got them for me. they're maple bacon pickles, like bread and butter pickles.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, they're so good, but they're spicy.
Oh,
They've got a spice
awesome.
on the back end. Oh man.
Awesome.
Speaking of food,
I gotta get another beer. I'll be right back.
okay, well, on Sunday,
Go for it.
special Cooking with Goose live episode on Sunday. Not 100%. It'll be afternoon, the Central Time that it starts.
Mm-hmm.
Cooking with Goose. We're gonna be smoking a butt, and still have not figured out what I'm gonna do for sides. So.
Sounds good. Well, have you ever done those potato bombs?
No, I have not. I haven't tried to do them yet.
Those are awesome.
It's one of those. There's certain things that are well within my wheelhouse, and there's other things that I divert to Show Wife.
Uh-huh.
And since Show Wife won't go on camera, I can't get her to actually do the damn episode with me. She'll
Oh, tell her I want her on the episode. She can sit down and do it.
She's going to be in Chillicothe, so.
Oh.
But we're gonna do. I am gonna con her into doing a full out episode with me sometime where she does some baking,
Right.
especially since it's like at the Goose household, it's fucking baking season. Like that oven goes practically nonstop during the fall and winter. She just I don't know what it is, but it's something about this time of year that she loves to bake. So.
Awesome.
But I'm also going to do, I'm going to try to do a little bit of gaming. Y'all can watch me try and figure out Farm Sim and those games that I've got. So,
wait until they see me try to play the PlayStation 4 with that game Destiny.
Yeah.
That's going to be a joke.
So I was trying to get a tattoo artist to come on the world record and tattoo me live.
Oh.
For free, but nobody would do it. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I was even gonna say, and I even told him, I was like, hey, you can pick the tattoo. I don't care. I just want to do it live, and I want it for free.
Yeah. And they still wouldn't do it.
So I wonder if Frank's out here tonight.
Oh, is Frank there?
I haven't seen him. Nope. I shot him in the ass with a BB gun last night. So.
He probably ain't gonna come back.
The crazy thing is,
no shit.
You can kind of see my chimney right over here.
Yeah.
I'm standing probably 3 foot from it. I can get that close to him. I walk right up to him. He's like as tame can get. So we named him.
The funny part about it, the other two don't know what he is. I do.
Yeah. Frank is my pet possum.
Yeah.
Well, that makes a lot of sense then, eh?
Yeah.
No.
I also have Hank, the pet, my pet black snake that hangs out up here at the property.
Well, at least yours are outside.
Yeah, they stay outside.
Mine are in the other room in a cage.
Well,
that one's going to really, when he gets big, he's going to make a real nice belt or boots, one of the two.
Ooh, maybe a hat band. I've got my hats. Got a hat band. Maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, that's not including the other 24 animals we've got up here. So.
Right. But no, tell our listeners a little bit more how we came up with this 180 hours.
Well, it's kind of funny. We were trying to figure out something. Me, the Wizard, Pimp, sat down. Really before we brought any other shows onto the network, and we're like, let's do something that's going to make an impact, and so I went home and I started playing around on Google, and I called up the Pimp and I said, hey dude, let's set a world record. He literally, his response was, wait, what? I said, let's break a world record. He goes, okay, what world record? I said, I'll get back with you. And then a day or two later, I said, hey, let's break the live stream world record. And I started doing the research on it, find out what, how much time and all that stuff. And hey, I like that logo back there. But how much time we had to cover. Now, I was thinking, 24, 48 hours, something like that. No, 161 hours. So, I decided to stick my size 10 in my foot, or in my mouth. And apparently I'm still chewing on it because here we are at 30 some hours left. And yeah, it's going to be.
We're going to get it done.
Yeah.
It may kill me, but we're going to get it done.
It may kill all of us, but we're going to do it.
Coffee.
Yes, and like I posted today, send prayers, send well wishes. We appreciate them, but please send coffee.
Yeah, I told the other lady, I said, the coffee pot don't get shut off starting Halloween morning until, I say when, later on.
Until we get to frickin' Blue Springs. And then
Until I get back.
we're going to tell Stephanie, hey, fire up the coffee pot. So,
There it is. Oh, kicking into overdrive.
yeah. I have a feeling that our coffee pot up here is going to run overtime. And I'm excited. We've had actually my hometown newspaper contacted me and did a story.
Yeah, and you wasn't there for the picture.
No, my hometown newspaper, not the
Oh.
newspaper in Cameron.
Oh, Maysville did.
No, California, Missouri.
Oh, yeah, I seen that article.
Yeah. And so, it was really cool because I sent out, God, probably 15,000 emails about this thing just to get some sort of coverage on it, and they emailed me back, and I was like, oh, that's cool. I didn't realize I emailed you guys because I grew up there. And they wait, what? And they're like, we're doing this story. So, the town I grew up in, as well as the capital city, picked up the story as well.
Right.
So Jefferson City newspaper put it out too. And when we were trying to figure out a time, I was like, we've got to make something significant. And at 22 a day, and 8 days, it comes out to roughly 180.
Right.
So, and there's a separate significance to that, because what do you call it whenever somebody makes a complete direction change in life? It's, they do a 180. And so, we're not necessarily doing a 180, but we're hoping that somebody that sees the broadcast might be on that tipping point. And like I've been more than once, and they do that 180 and they come back from the brink. So we got to figure out how to make that bigger, bud.
I'm working on it.
But
I got to get the photo editor on this thing.
Hey, big
And,
shout out to
I've
Carrie
got
Wilcox, who said that she'll do coffee runs for everybody if it's needed.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Carrie's the one,
Big shout out, eh?
we did a show. We did a comedy show out at her place at New Beginnings Alpacas in Cameron, Missouri.
Yep. But hey, I've got to get off of here because my battery's almost dead. I just wanted to check in with you guys. Much love to you guys, and we will see you guys during the feed starting Saturday.
That's right. You're going to be on here first thing, 8 o'clock with me, right?
Huh?
You're going to be on there at 8 o'clock in the morning with me, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yes, I'll set an alarm, so call me.
Okay. I'll call you 5 minutes ahead of time. Get your PJs on and come on.
Yep. All right. Later, guys.
Okay.
Hey,
Bye.
Mike.
Sorry about that, Nick, but we had to get them in real quick. They was running short on time.
No worries at all. You guys have stuff to talk about, go right ahead with it. So I'm in no hurry.
Well, that's what this whole show tonight is, to make sure everybody knows, starting Halloween morning at 8 a.m. on Periscope, Twitch, Twitter, And Facebook, on WO Entertainment's Facebook page, we will start our live 180 hours, continuous live feed.
Wow. That will be something huge. So that's going to be exciting. And unfortunately, I won't be there for the start to see it because I do have to work at 8 a.m. That's my start time. But I get out at 1 o'clock. So, I'll be around during the afternoon.
What are you doing Halloween night?
So it's actually going to be kind of interesting, not just for night, but I mean, when I go to work, we're at our store Mariano's. For the very first time in their history, they're allowing us to wear our Halloween costumes at work. We're even allowed to wear them tomorrow. So we're actually having our party tomorrow because HR doesn't work during the weekends. But then for Halloween night, as far as I know, I actually was invited to a Halloween party too. Of course, we're going to play it safe. Everyone's told to wear the masks. And actually, the mask that I have actually will fit my costume perfectly.
Right.
But as far as I know, I'm not going to. We're supposed to have, from what I've heard, about 24 people. Fortunately, though, it's not going to be like all at the same time. Some people are going to show up early. They're going to leave early. Others are going to show up later. So I'm only going to be there for probably just part of it. But
Right.
I'm still going to, I'm pretty much going to be adding, part of this onto my schedule. So it'll be a fun Halloween for me. I know that.
Right. Well, you know what we're doing Halloween night, right?
You were discussing a little bit about it. Can you remind me again?
Okay. Starting at 7 o'clock Central Time, the Reverend Sean Whittington Paranormal Ministries will be live on here. We will go with him straight to Scotland for a live investigation of a castle that's never been investigated before, never been allowed to be investigated before. And the Scottish team over there had got rights to it. They're going to be live on here doing an investigation.
Wow.
And then for an hour of that, and then after that, we're jumping right in over to David Cook in London, where he'll be getting back from his investigation of some ruins over there. And we'll go through that. And then when we get the Reb off there, we'll be live, because our investigation at the old school, where we're going to be doing the Paracon, we're going to be live there doing an investigation for about 3 hours.
That's going to be awesome. I mean, jumping from one location to another, especially on Halloween night, making this pretty much an international event. I have to admit, that's very impressive. So,
well, we figured it up the other night in a matter of 3 to 4 hours. Everybody that's watching is going to travel in time over 7,000 miles.
Oh yeah, that's going to be quite a journey. So
because we go from, we're going to go from Cameron, Missouri, live with the Reverend out in Las Vegas, who then goes live with the Scottish Paranormal Team in Scotland, and then from there he goes live with David Cook in London, and then we come all the way back to Cameron, Missouri, and do our live investigation.
Wow, that's just so exciting just hearing this. So it's awesome.
Well, like I said, the best part about it, the whole night, is going to be that investigation in Scotland.
Yeah.
That's going to be a premiere. It's never been on Facebook, YouTube, television, or anything.
Wow.
And we got it signed up right here.
Fantastic. That's just awesome.
Yeah, I mean, the Reb, he hooked up with them and asked them, and they said, yeah, we'll go on there live on their 180 hours and stuff, because they're not going to be live anywhere else, just on here.
Right,
That's something to be proud of. That's something to be damn proud of right there.
It is.
Exactly.
I mean,
It's amazing.
this is something that better get Guinnesses to open their eyes up and don't want the $12,000 to follow us and make us a world record.
Right.
That's what they wanted to charge us, was $12,000 plus pay the guy to come out here, pay his room and board, his rental car, his food, to hand as a trophy.
Jeez. Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
So we
just
said-
like, man, I don't even know. Can't describe it.
Yeah. Well, we told him, said, don't worry about it. You can follow us and watch us all the time on Twitch, where the original world record was at, and it'll always be there. Let's see if I can pull this up and show you something here real quick. If it's on this one, let me see. No, it ain't on that one. I'm going to show you a message Justin got. What'd he do with it? Oh, I'm going to bring this up on the screen. This is a message Justin got from Genesis.
Just,
We're pleased to inform you that your application has been accepted under the following title: longest live stream video.
Yeah, and then they notified us they wanted $12,000 for it.
jeez.
I'm not quite sure that's how that works, bud.
Yeah, I
No.
sure as hell would not want to pay that kind of money, especially.
Yeah, I want to know how all these people that do world records come up with that money to do the longest hula hoop or something like that. And real quick, I'm going to
Just
show
seems
the
more like it's a bet than an actual, like, world record.
right. And here's a video of our 180 hour.
I love that video so much. I love it so much. The only thing, I'm so butthurt that I'm not part
That's
of it.
Well, you joined later
I know.
there, but yeah. But anyway, that's and you seen the band that was in there in the background.
Mm-hmm.
That's at Misfits Bar and Grill in Blue Springs, where Warrior Fest will be, where we'll end the 180 hours at.
Yeah.
We have 9 veteran comedians from all over. We got one from Las Vegas, one from LA coming in to give their time there. We got 10 rock bands coming in to play over 2 days. So it's a big event.
Yeah.
And this thing is only, this is the 3rd year for Warrior Fest, and it started out as a 1-day event with 2 bands and 4 comedians.
That's so
Wow.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's
so
great.
awesome.
Yeah, the lady that owns Misfits Bar and Grill down there just loves them to death, and told them that's going to be the home of Warrior Fest. And she also told us that because of the COVID right now, they're not shutting it down. But because the amount of people that'll be there, they may shut us down. That's all right. She said, let them shut us down. She lives outside the city limits and's got a gigantic barn that she said we can go in and still do the show.
Nice. Nice.
Dogs have gotta go potty.
Okay, come on through. Ow.
You gotta move hand.
Hi.
Yeah. They're all saying hi to you.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi there.
Yeah, I'm out on my front porch where I do my show at, and of course she's got to go out the door with the dog, so only way to get in and out. But yeah, I mean, I'm so glad you came on here, Nick. I mean, you know, this night, like I say, it's a different Paranormal Nation radio, but tonight I'm just inviting everybody on here to discuss and to see if they want to be. I'm filling any time slots up I can find during this 180 hours, because I do have to drink coffee and stay awake.
Yeah. Well, honestly, I didn't really have much else going on. I mean, I do have. I was going to say I will have to leave in a little bit though, because I do have some folks coming over. But during this time, I mean, until then, I had some time to spare, so I thought I'd come on and you know, just to see how things were going. And considering again, because it's almost Halloween, I thought it'd be nice to join a show like this, you know, to kind of have fun with it.
Oh yeah, that's all my shows are about, is to have fun. And we joke and we crack up on here through WO Entertainment, like the Redneck Pimp says. If you're laughing, you ain't crying. You know, that's what we tell our
And,
vets.
you know, what's interesting?
No, it wasn't.
What's
when we were
interesting?
in
I was
prison.
just on another show last night, which was Paranormal Experience with Kat Hobson. That was my first time ever being on her show, and Kat Hobson,
Yeah.
she's fantastic. She loved having me on. She's ready to have me back on at some point in the future. So we had a
Right.
fantastic conversation. Denise was listening. Tom was listening. There was a few people quite listening. So I think I probably made it one of her most successful episodes.
Good. She needed that. She really needed that, because yeah, they're doing pretty good over there on the network.
Right,
Denise is
right.
part of that network and stuff. And I mean, I've had Kat was on here on one of I think my second Paranormal Nation radio show. She was one of the guests on here when we did our panel that night. I think Tom was on there with her too.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, speaking
Yeah.
of Tom, I tried getting a hold of him, but he hasn't been on for. I see on his chat that he hasn't been on for an hour, so it looks like he's probably most likely at work. So,
Right.
Unless he messages me back, I can't get him on.
That's all right. Just let me know in Facebook Messenger or anything like that, you know, if you guys are going to be able to come up and, you know, want to do something. But like I said, we got Denise and Ron Pridemore are going to speak up there. David Glidden's coming up and do some stuff up there. And then we got the Ghostbusters Midland, which is, they're really cool. They've got the Suburban that looks like the Ghostbusters vehicle all done up.
Right.
And
right.
and they dress all in the uniforms with the photon backpacks and all that crap.
Wait to see that. That's going to be so awesome.
I think they actually came. I don't know if it might have been the same group, but I think they were actually at the Parapsychon at Mansfield Reformatory last year, because I did remember seeing that vehicle and a few of the people that owned it dressed up. So I think we actually have seen them before when we were up in Ohio.
Right. Yeah, they agreed to come up and stuff. And I mean, we got that. We got some vendors coming in. It's like I said, it's going to be the first one ever up here. We'll see how it goes, because the nice thing about it, the money goes to help the old school.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Yeah, I remember you were talking a little bit about that too. So where the money was going, that's pretty good. So you know, that's good. That's really good.
Yeah, we finally got into the old school building because the president of the board resigned. She didn't like anything about the paranormal, so she wouldn't allow any teams or anybody in there. So once she resigned, they got a hold of me real quick and asked me to be on the board. So I got on the board, and then they wanted to know more about the paranormal and how we could do things. So we've done a couple of the paranormal tours there this month and stuff, and now we got the big investigation Halloween night. All that money goes to the school. and then the Paracon, 75% of the money goes to them, and the rest of the money will go to WO Entertainment.
Nice. Awesome.
So
Yeah, I
Very good.
definitely, considering, who the president of the board was previously, I have to admit, I could share that frustration, when that was going on, because we've had a similar case like that with a school we have here in Chicago called Carl Schurz High School, which isn't still in operation. It's been in operation now for like 110 years now. So it's one of the oldest high schools we have here in Chicago, but because of its historical significance, they use it more than just a high school now. They've used it for different events, and of course there were stories about it being haunted. And we were among some of the first, if not one of the first, paranormal group to ever investigate that school. The principal at that time, allowed us to do it, but he resigned and got transferred to another school. And now there's been all these other principals that have been going through. And the first one that came in line, it was just like you said about the old school. She wanted nothing to do with paranormal stuff. She didn't want us back. And that, of course, was a disappointment for a lot of the kids, because the kids at that time, they formed a paranormal club at their school. So of course, obviously with COVID, it's been even tougher to get back in. But, we've still managed to make at least a 1 or 2 visits a year, just not as frequently like we used to, because principal that allowed us there, it hasn't been there anymore.
right. Well, we have access to it anytime. Since I'm advisor on the board, I have a key to the building, and anything we do in there, the whole board, the rest of the board is on board with it. I mean, as soon as that lady retired and walked out of the building, they all turned to me and said, "Okay, what can we do?" And I was like, "Okay, now we're talking." I've been trying to get in that building for 5 years.
Oh,
And now you have the chance.
Yeah, it was built in 1914.
Okay, it was
And-
actually funny. It's was built kind of around the same time Schurz was.
Right. And there is rumors and reports of a girl years and years ago that hung herself in the gym. But there's no record in the newspaper or school reports about it, right? But everybody sees a young girl walking down the hallway.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll
So-
have to do some more research on it, because I'm honestly surprised I haven't heard of this location. So I'll definitely do some research later tonight on it.
Yeah, it's a historical society. It's called the, you can find them on Facebook. It's the Old School of Cameron, Missouri.
Okay, I'm actually typing that in right now so I can remember.
Okay. Yeah. And it shows you the building. Like I said, it's about, we estimated it was close to 45,000 square foot, 3 stories and a basement. Like I said, where we'll be doing our Paracon is what we call the ballroom, the stage and
It
everything.
is a nice building. I mean, I'm looking at a picture of it right now. I mean, like,
Yeah. And it sits right in the middle of town. Caddy corner of it on the backside is an old
Wow.
funeral home.
I gotta get a beer.
Okay,
I'll be right back.
go for it.
I'm just gonna bring the case out with me.
There
Fuck
you
it.
go.
it's a beautiful building. I have to admit, I love the red bricks to them. It looks really nice. So it definitely has that, early 20th century structure, appearance to it.
Right. And I mean, it's got everything in there. It's got the pictures of the people that went to school there, all the way back from 1914 all the way up until every year the new high school puts up their new graduating class. They go back 10 years and take the 11th year off and bring it to the school and hang it up.
Really interesting. I didn't never
Yeah.
heard of that kind of
Well, it's-
tradition. If you
Right, because this was the old school Cameron before they built the new school, right? They decided that they needed more room to put the class pictures of the graduating class. So on the second floor, you can go through and find all your old relatives all the way up. A lot of kids come in there and find their mom and dads.
Alrighty, and we're back.
Right. That's pretty impressive, because it's like, basically looking at obviously visions of the past as opposed, like to looking at old pictures of what their parents were like when they were kids, their grandparents, and so on.
Right. No, the ballroom up there where the vendors will be set up, I can set up probably 80 vendors in there. And then where the speakers will be at, down one floor, down there in a big room, it'll seat 200. So
Okay.
we've got it all set up, and then when we do the investigation, we have.
I'm having a little bit of.
Yeah, when we do the investigation, we have access to the entire building.
Awesome. That's great. So, I mean, this will be something that, obviously it's now officially, I guess you can kind of say it really has caught my attention. So I'm just hoping when Tom, does get off work, matter of fact, I think I'll even call him when he gets off, to give more info on it, because it would it would take a while for me to explain everything. So sometimes, I've always learned sometimes chatting on the phone is much easier than actually, chatting.
Right. So, but yeah, that'll, and like I said, our investigation Saturday night will be at that old school.
I'll have to mark it down on my calendar.
So, but yeah, tonight I just thought I'd pop in and see who all wanted to come on here and chit chat and, see how their week's been going and everything. Luckily, my boss, I got next week off so I can do this 180 hours.
Good shit, bud.
Well, I told him that the first day he hired me, which was about 5 weeks ago. I said, now, Halloween to November the 8th, I'm off. It don't matter. I'm off. I got this 180 hours to do. And then tomorrow morning we'll be on the Breakfast Club, which is our local radio station out here and everything. We'll be on there live for the second time talking about the 180 hours.
Nice.
And then
Nice.
during the 180 hours, I think it's November the 4th, I'll be on there live at the radio station during the 180 hours doing the live broadcast.
That's when my show debuts.
Does it? That night, doesn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. During the daytime, I'll be at the Cameron radio station.
Okay. Good.
So,
Good.
yeah. You're going to see a lot of, during that 180 hours, you're going to see a lot of people driving. Everybody's going to have their cell phones out on StreamYard
I'm not.
going.
Seems legit.
Yeah. Well, Saturday about 10 o'clock in the morning, I'm going up to a new restaurant that opened up here in town, BB's Home Cooking. And I'm going to go live from there, getting coffee and breakfast and see what it's like up there.
That sounds good.
Yeah. I mean, this whole 180 hours just isn't going to be like them watching the Game of Thrones in their pajamas and on the couch and watching them for 162 hours. That would get boring.
Probably.
Yeah. You guys talk for a second. I got to do something real quick. I'll be
yeah.
back.
What's going on, buddy?
Sure.
What's up, man?
Like you heard from what I was talking about earlier, it's just been pretty quiet over here. So, but like I said, I've been presenting. The one thing I've been doing for the most part is presenting all these books. I should have brought some of the books up here with me. Maybe when Carl gets back, I can run downstairs and grab a few of them. But like I said earlier, you'd be surprised at what these tribute books, actually are like. And it's amazing to me how there's people out there that are not only grew up with those books, but want to make their own tribute books.
Yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, absolutely. I grew up with them too. I mean, dude, I'm from the 90s. Well, I'm from the 80s, but grew up in the 90s. I'm 37 years old, man. I know all those stories, and I was just talking about my my favorite one when you came back that one time. And yeah, man,
the green ribbon.
Yes, dude. Oh my god, that's my favorite one. And then the other one about the there's the puzzle. An old lady bought a puzzle, and she's putting the puzzle together, and the puzzle turns out that it's a face in a window, and then she looks over, and the same face is in her window in real life in her house, right?
Oh wow, I don't think I've heard of that one. I mean, I've never heard that.
It was in the book. It was in
I don't think
Scary
that's
Stories to Tell
the
in the
original
Dark.
trilogy or from Dark Room, but I think that might look it up. I'll have to bring up. Here, I'll be back.
Yeah, dude.
Let me go get them. I'll be right back.
All right, bud.
Okay.
I think I might have messed them up. Whoops. So let me ask you this, Mr. Carl. So,
Yes.
So when I'm on my show, when I debut my show, my pilot episode,
Right.
am I gonna be able to join somebody else's show with that? Like, can I like what we're doing right now?
Yeah, you can bring anybody on your show you want.
I'd like that. I would like that.
Yeah.
Because because I'd like to have my own thing going on, but I also would like to be a part of the world record,
Right.
everything.
What you'll look like on your show is this.
Right. Just lighting a cigarette and not giving a fuck.
Right. You'll be talking there like that.
Right.
Right. And then down there in those buttons where you seen the mute, stop camera, and all that, right?
Yeah.
Do you see invite?
Hold on. Wait a minute. I've got it on full screen right now. Let me take it off full screen. Okay. I've got mute, stop cam, cam mic, share screen, leave studio.
Okay, you don't have the invite. Okay, no problem. The link that I send you for your show, that'll be the link you send to anybody you want to come on your show.
Okay.
Because that link is only dedicated to that show that day.
And during the time that it's broadcasted?
Right. Now, the link that I send you for the 180, that will be the link for 180 hours.
Now, can I join that one anytime that I'd like?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
You'll pop up down at the bottom with who's ever in there, and all I got to do is bring you up, or Goose will bring you up, or somebody.
Now, what about if I wanted my debut show on that instead of just my regular show?
Well, on somebody else's show, or what?
The link to the 180.
Okay, that's your debut show. It's going to be Tuesday with that link.
Okay.
See, each show I produce, okay, the link that I put in the chat room that you see,
Right. Yeah.
okay, that was the link to this show only. Okay, another link will be made for it's 1700 somewhere.
Gotcha.
Another link will be made for your show, for one show. Then the next show you have, I'll send you another link.
Okay.
That's how this works.
No, I got you. No, I'm gonna have my show on it. I just I'm trying to figure out all the logistics about it. You know what I mean?
I know. That's my job.
Yeah.
I just send you the link. You come on and do your stuff. That's it.
10-4.
Yeah, he's Nick. He's got a new show. He's got a new show coming on our network.
It's awesome. Congrats.
Thank you, buddy.
Then we got a barbecue show coming on too.
Yes.
Nice.
I'm actually looking
See
forward to that
Tom.
one. I want to see. I really want to see his. Yes. I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to that.
And he's a paranormal
Tom
person
Alley
too.
Bunch, and I know who we. Nice. Sweet.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of paranormal people, I know I haven't really been putting out a lot of updates lately. I remember I told you a couple months ago now, Carl, which was that I was about that Para-Unity video that I'm still working on. I've been trying to put out more updates about it. It's still under development, right?
Right.
The reason why it's taking so long, and I probably have said this last time, is that I've been reaching out to so many paranormal investigators, like literally throughout several states, and I actually keep a list of names of everybody that I've had connections with different groups, including new paranormal investigators that I've added. And
Yep.
I'm not even. The goal is to reach out to the investigators first throughout the U.S. and then eventually start going, international. And I'm not even halfway through the United States. I mean, I'm already done with Illinois, but for the most part, I've only covered really 15 states. So it's still going to be a while. My next, and I have them all in alphabetical order. So my next state that I'm going to be reaching out to is Louisiana. So I still got a long way to go. Until I get all these answers, there's not really too much I could really do with the video. But trust me, I'm going as fast as I possibly can to get it done. But there's no due date though. So there's
Right.
at the same time there's no need to rush. But it will be done eventually.
Well, that's like the way I meet a lot of different paranormal people is through the Reverend Sean Whittington's Paranormal Ministries. When I do his show, I have met people I've met the top paranormal person in Honolulu, Hawaii.
Oh wow, that's amazing.
I've met paranormal people in Australia, Ireland, New Orleans, down there. The horror queen that's down in New Orleans. I've got her now on Facebook and all of them and everything. I mean, he gets some of the best guests on there that I've seen on a paranormal show in a long time. You have to watch that show on
It's incredible now.
Sunday
Throughout
nights.
this year and starting last year. Yeah, throughout this year and last year, as I recall, I mean, not just myself, but a lot of other investigators here in Chicago, I think we've actually almost doubled in size with different connections and groups around the world now. I mean, it's amazing how so many people come up and want to be, friends. And just recently, about a month ago, and I couldn't believe it when I found out who this person was from. It was a paranormal investigator who was down in South Africa. And in other words, this was my very first connection with an investigator from Africa, and that is extremely rare for someone that, especially in that area, to actually have a group. Because I literally really thought that there were no groups because Africa is more sparsely populated. So that was quite a shock to me. So now,
that is a shock.
Yep.
It really is. And just recently, a few days ago, and this was actually another new connection I got. I just got my very first connection out in Japan.
Well, it's like we had on Rev's show, we had a lady paranormal person from Australia, right? So I was talking to her before we went on the show and everything, and was asking her what part of Australia she lived in, and like she said, kangaroos, emus, and any of that's nothing unusual in her front yard. So she's way down there in the southwestern part.
Right. Yeah.
Right? So I asked her if she'd ever watched the show McLeod's Daughters.
Right.
that's filmed over in Australia? And she goes, no. And I started explaining about it, and I said, yeah, Magellan's truck stop and the hotel. And she goes, well, that's funny. I know exactly where you're talking about now because we just investigated that place last week. So, yeah, I mean, I meet a lot of them through there and get to become real good friends with them. A lot of them people that's been on his show is coming on our 180 hours. The guy from Honolulu, Luke Hawk,
Oh, that's
is
awesome.
coming on here and stuff. So, yeah, we're bringing.
I'm not to just cut things off. You guys are not going to believe it. I'm sure you. Okay.
What you got?
You guys,
I can't see
sorry,
it.
go ahead first, and then I'll tell you what I was going to say. Go ahead.
Your camera froze, buddy.
Your camera froze. You're freezing up real
You guys are
bad
not gonna
tonight.
believe this. All this talk about,
What's that?
yeah, I know it's been really windy out here today, so the connection's been kind of an issue. But all this talk about all these different connections, international connections, this literally just happened now. I just made a brand new internet connection. I mean, international connection. Someone by the name of Jonathan Lorenzana, I think that's how, if I'm correct on his last name. He's from El Salvador. I just got my very first connection
Wow.
from El Salvador. How about that? And live.
Hey, man, that's cool.
Dude, yeah.
That's awesome. From Central America.
What?
Bro.
Is he watching the show or something?
No, I think I might have sent him a friend request probably a long time ago, but he just accepted it. So first one in El Salvador.
Yes, bro. Good stuff.
Tom Nally says, well, I've never been in a paranormal investigative community. I know a lot of people who were and are still in it. Strange, I seem attract them flies on shit. All joking aside, I love them all. Thanks a lot, Tom.
Tom Nally, he's
Yes.
I know Tom. He see I don't know if you guys are familiar with this. I've been on a show, not necessarily a paranormal show. It's actually a variety show, though they do talk about the subject sometimes. It's called Talk with Teddy, and Ted Van Son. He lives up in Rochester, New York. Great guy and very funny too. And Tom Nally and we've been on the show a few times, and he does his own YouTube series. And I've done this for another show, but he does this YouTube series called This Is Tom's World. So if you guys are ever interested, as Tom would say, go to youtube.com/This Is Tom's World.
Okay.
He's
I'm gonna check
funny. He's
that out.
hilarious.
I'm going to
Great
check
guy.
that out.
Yeah, I've been reaching out to Matt TV, to see if they wanted to come on here during the 180 hours. See if he did.
Yeah, Matt Grant. I'm going to have to let me check to see if he's on. I'll see if he's.
Night, Carrie. 4 a.m. comes early and I'm old. I know the same feeling. I got to get up 4:30 and get ready to go to work and install 2 doors tomorrow.
Yeah, well, there it is. There it is.
Yeah, I got to pimp out my boss here. Oh, there
Tom
he is
just
right there.
put his link. Tom just put his link down. Thanks, Tom.
Yeah, there you go, Tom. Oh, so that's Tom is this is Tom's World. Is that who that is?
Yep, that's his
Oh.
channel.
Cool. Yeah, Tom, if you ever want to come on the show, just shoot me a message or go at the top of this chat room. There's a link where you can come on here. We talk about a little about everything on this show.
Yeah, one of the things that Tom and I have done on Talk with Teddy is every once in a while, Ted, he does this, like he has a guest on, like he's on for about, well, it used to be 2 hours. Now he's been doing it for an hour and a half, but sometimes it's gone even longer at times. But he does this special game where he'll put pictures up, like random pictures of like people or animals, but like kind of crazy, kind of very funny pictures, and you have to guess like whether it's movies or music or whatever, basically. Like in other words, there was one that he had funny mugshot pictures of different individuals, and you have to guess, come up with an idea of yours on who they could be. This is not a real movie that they played. This is one that you have to invent for them.
Right. Well, we do a segment on the WO radio show. We do two segments, matter of fact. One is Don't DIY.
Right.
We get stupid stuff like this.
What
Oh,
the
Wow.
fuck is
hell is
that?
We figured out
What is
we
that?
figured out the guy got paid two ways. One for every screw he put in, and the other was for every acute angle he made.
Seems legit. Oh no.
There's another picture of it. There's another picture of it.
There it is.
Oh,
There it is.
boy.
There's the picture. But we do stuff like that. And then the Redneck Pimp, he does it real good. He does animal facts. He picks an animal and sends me pictures of it so I can put it up. This one is called the zebra deer, I think. The zebra ducker.
That's kind of what sometimes Teddy has. He'll put pictures up like that, and you have to come up with a name or something.
Is
Right.
that a real animal though?
Yeah.
Do what?
Was that a real animal?
Yeah, that's a real animal.
What?
That's a real animal.
Wow.
I want one.
Well, go to They're in Africa, I believe. Yeah, Africa animals. The Cephalus zebra.
He's adorable, and I want one.
Oh, that ain't nothing. Let me see if I got the pictures from last week's ugly ass animal. Oh, here it is. Here's one of them. Or no, that's that other animal.
Oh yeah, that's the same one.
Look at this thing.
Oh my God, it looks like it's got a sunburn.
We have those in Florida. That's an iguana. That's literally. Oh, this is.
Yeah, that's a marine iguana. Look at him snorting through his nose.
No, you can if you have a boat and you
Only a face a mother could love.
if you have a boat and you go down any river in Florida, you can have those drop down in your boat out of any tree at all.
Yeah,
I promise you, it happens.
but it's stuff like that we do on the WO radio show. And then my other show, here are all the shows so far that we have on. The others, I'll have theirs on there when they come on. But we have the WO radio show on Tuesday nights, my Paranormal Nation radio show. On Sunday nights at 5 o'clock Central Time, it's 1700 somewhere with Cameron, Ethan, and Shay. Then Sunday night, the Reverend Sean Whittington's Paranormal Ministry that we have on the WO Entertainment. So,
See, it's absolutely amazing to me how there's been so many shows. I mean, not only the shows that I've been involved with, but I try to make time for all these shows to watch, but sometimes they also air around the same exact time. So, I try my hardest to try to, maybe try to stay half on part of one show and then try to watch the other. But when you have a show that's really that good, it's hard to stop. So
right.
There's so many, and some people have actually asked me, because of all these shows that I've been on throughout, the U.S. and the U.K. Actually, just a few days ago, I was on another show called Drew TV, which that was my very first show. Even though I've been in the UK previously, it was my first show being broadcast out in Wales. So people have asked me, saying, you mentioned about like how you had someone from Australia. People have asked, saying, have you ever considered appearing on a show like in Australia or another part, part of Asia, South America? Honestly, I've tried looking for them. I still am to this day trying to find shows like that to get involved with. Unfortunately, I just haven't found any yet. But with all these shows that have been broadcast out throughout North America and Europe, I'm sure it won't be long before we start seeing, the other countries, other continents start making shows like this.
Right. They're coming out a lot. This platform, StreamYard, that I use, everybody started using it a lot more since the pandemic started back in March.
Oh yeah, they've been.
You can do so much with it, and it's so simple.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm kind of surprised that we haven't seen. Again, other countries. I mean, I've seen StreamYard is being used for other shows, for other types of subjects, but I'm surprised that I haven't seen like again all these other countries doing the same thing. But again, I think it's probably because of its popularity. I think it's eventually we're going to start seeing that occur because StreamYard is just so easy to use.
Well, what I like about it, I like it a lot better than a podcast.
Oh,
A
absolutely.
podcast, you listen. You try to picture that person. Okay? On this show, at least you get to see the person.
Correct. Yes.
And then another thing I like about this is in the chat room, the chat people, I can send them the link. They can come on and ask you a question. They can come on and ask Nico a question.
Mhm.
Right? They may
Right.
not get to Illinois and see you. They may not get to Florida and see Nico. Right? But they're going to talk to you back and forth just like they know you.
Exactly.
That's why I like this platform.
There was
This is nice. This is
I mean,
nice.
there was another show that I was on again a couple weeks ago that was called the Perry Unity podcast, and they used Zoom instead. And what I still find amazing is there was about 6 of us, on camera, and these were people literally from all different states. You had me from Chicago, Illinois. We had someone from Massachusetts. We had someone from Florida, another from California, Indiana, and the last one was New Mexico. So
Right.
excuse me, Colorado. We were all over the place. So using programs like this is fantastic.
Right. Well, it's like one night I was doing the Paranormal Nation radio and had the Echo Box going. And Justin Kinney, that does the BB Nation radio show for veterans, was in the chat room and heard something. So he wanted the link. I sent him the link. He came on here and started asking the Echo Box questions. So see, that's another reason I like it.
Right, absolutely. I think Tom Nally said he's going to come on for a bit. So he's actually I think he's going to join us because I messaged him. So he sounds interested.
Okay, we'll find out. See if he comes on. Did you send him the link?
Me and
Yeah,
one
I
second.
sent him the link. He
Okay.
said he's setting up his room right now. So he's just getting it ready, and then he'll come on.
Right. But no, things have kind of relaxed around northern Missouri. Kansas City is still kind of under total lockdown, but see, that's one reason I decided to do a Paracon, because all of Kansas City's places got shut down to investigate Paracon, KC Paracon, everything.
Right, and considering that it's obviously the downtown area, that's more likely for a chance to have a lot of, a lot of those
Mm-hmm.
areas in business closed down. I mean, fortunately
Right.
enough, we live in Chicago. We're still, and when you're able to host an event that's a little bit more widespread to keep the safety going, it's probably a lot more easier. But like I said, up here, unfortunately, here in Chicago, again, everything's been shutting down. It's been a rough one for us, but hopefully we'll come out of it soon.
Yeah. Well, the nice thing about it, at least the newspaper and the radio station is on board with us, with it. They're promoting everything free for me, so that helps.
That's a good benefit, at least. Just try
Listen,
to.
I hate to
It's one of
interrupt. I hate to interrupt, guys, but I gotta go.
Okay, Nico.
Yeah, it was great. Thank
Nico,
you
it was
so
nice
much
meeting
for
you.
having me. Yeah, it was nice to meet you too, buddy. I will see you guys in a couple of days.
Okay.
All
We'll talk to you later, bud.
right, my friend. We'll see
Bye
ya.
bye. Yeah, he's from Canada originally, and he lives in Florida now.
That's nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
speaking of Canada, I also tried reaching out to Matt, but it looks like he hasn't been on Facebook long. He's been off Facebook longer than Tom McNicholas. So
Yeah.
yeah, I offered to, but he has. But yeah, that's the thing too. All this talking about StreamYard. You probably seen Matt Grant's been starting to use it for his show now too.
Yep.
So it's incredible.
It's an easy platform, especially inviting people.
Hmm.
Matt tried inviting them on Facebook Live for a long time and had a hard time doing it.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's just there hasn't really most of the shows I've appeared on, as usual, like I said, has been on StreamYard. There's only ever really been a few shows that haven't relied on it. One of those shows I could think of was Talking the Paranormal with Mike Simpson, who lives up in Ohio, and he was one of the few guys that was still using the Facebook Live instead of using StreamYard, Skype, Zoom, whatever means of communication. Unfortunately, he told me he recently posted about a month or so ago that he's not doing the show anymore. So I was actually one of his last guests to have appeared on the show. But the only other shows I could really think of that still don't use it is there's a channel called Spiritual Productions, which I've been on twice. That's actually kind of like the BBC channel of Facebook. It's broadcast in the UK, and
Right.
they seem to more or less use Skype than StreamYard itself. And I don't know if it's because they just don't have access to it. I'm not sure, but for some reason they use Skype. And
Oh, here you go.
Just got back to me.
Yo,
Hey, what's up?
what's going on?
Not
What's
much.
happening?
What's up, Nick? This is weird. We're on a different show now.
Not too much.
Well, this is Paranormal Nation radio show, but tonight we're just talking about everything going on, especially about, our main topic tonight is WO Entertainment, which I'm a part of. We're setting a new world record. We're going live for 180 hours.
That's a long time. How the hell you need to sleep during that time? You just gonna be sleeping on camera?
No. We have, during that 180 hours, I have over 100 people coming on here from all over the world.
Wow.
Like Saturday, we're going to start Halloween morning at 8 a.m., right? Halloween night, starting at 7 o'clock Central Time, I'll jump with my guest, Reverend Sean Whittington, in Las Vegas, and he will jump on here with his friends in Scotland that's doing a live paranormal investigation at a castle that's never been investigated before.
Oh, wow.
And when we get done with that, the Revs jump into London with David Cook to discuss his paranormal deal at the ruins over there. Then when we get done with that, we're coming right back to Cameron, where I'll be at, doing our live investigation at the old school.
Wow.
So
That's a lot of investigating.
well, not only that, in 3 hours, the viewers will travel over 7,000 miles round trip.
Light speed.
Yeah. But a lot of that stuff is going to be like that, and a lot of our comedians, our veteran comedians that we have, will be coming on here.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, the 180-hour live video represents, we lose 22 veterans to suicide every day. So in 8 days is roughly 180. So we're going to go live for 8 days and end up at our big event November 6th and 7th in Blue Springs, Missouri at Misfits Bar and Grill called Warrior Fest, where we will have 9 comedians and 10 bands playing for 2 days.
Crap.
So
That's a lot of drinking.
yeah, it is. We're going to have fun. But no, it's one thing about it is nobody will ever be able to reproduce this world record.
Well,
And
it
Dan
gets you solidified in the books.
And Dan Guinness wanted $12,000 to do it. And we said, no, you can watch us on Twitch.
Get in line with the other much.
That's it. You know, they just wanted way too much. But yeah, we have to use Periscope, Twitter, and Twitch because Facebook will shut you down in 8 hours.
Facebook sucks.
I know they do.
Yeah.
Well, it's like
Especially
right
if you're-
now with this program, we're live on 9 different platforms right now.
Oh, wow.
Have you ever
Heard
used?
across 9 platforms?
Yeah, have you ever used StreamYard?
I've used it, yes, but only for just Facebook and YouTube, and then that was it. You know what I mean? Like I did a cross stream.
Teddy.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I
but
had my own paid account for a while, and then I only because I was toying with the idea on my channel to start doing interviews with people, and I thought it was a really good platform to be on
right.
for that because we were able to bring in multiple people, and then I decided not to start doing interviews and just focus more on what I was doing on my channel, which lately has been restoring a garden at a state park here. It used to be part of a privately owned property, and it's this huge garden that was like Alice in Wonderland themed at one point.
Right.
There's still some traces of it in there. There's a Humpty Dumpty sitting up on the wall when you first come in, which is like a huge, like adobe type wall. There's 3 playing cards on the ground that are like the spades are like planters that represent the 3 cards that Alice met when she first went to the Queen's Castle. They were painting the white roses red, and there's a human chessboard in there as well. So it's like made up of like a square of brick and then a square of grass, and it just keeps following that pattern.
Awesome.
And we had to actually dig all that up, and it's been a fun process. And I'm actually still finding new paths in there, like brick paths that I just started digging up. I haven't made a video about them yet, so exclusive on your show.
Hey, cool. No, that's kind of like what we do with our paranormal team is we took over my great grandfather's cemetery,
Wow.
which has a history to it. A bunch of the local people, and you take this with a grain of salt when they tell you they've seen soldiers on horseback, blah, 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 you know.
Right.
But when the sheriff's department tells you they seen the soldiers on horseback and they're not going back out there, right?
Chicken shits.
Oh, well, yeah, but I was trying to pull up. Let's see, where are they at? They should have been on this one, but I don't see them. Well, I can pull one up here real quick. Let me do this. It may not be the best, but the picture behind me,
Yes.
that was taken at our cemetery.
Oh wow.
That one was.
It's like a whole
Yeah.
mist.
Oh yeah, but I was trying to find the one with the horse in it. We had a game cam. We had a game cam out there and caught a horse.
And
I
nobody else
remember
was
that
out there.
picture. That was impressive.
Yeah, there's an actual picture of the cemetery at night behind me.
That's pretty cool.
Oh yeah,
Got
I
like a
mean,
hill to it.
yeah, it is a really cool. It's got a lot of history because of where it sits. See, Caldwell County in Missouri was known for the Mormon Wars,
Oh, okay.
right? 3 miles to the, let's see, at the cemetery would be that way, would be west, was the Hans Mill Massacre, where they killed 17 of them,
Wow.
okay? 3 miles to the south, and you've all probably seen this on the TV and newspapers, the Dimmel brothers from Wisconsin, the cattle guys that got killed,
It sounds familiar.
okay? 3 miles south of us is where that happened.
Wow.
So there's a lot of history and stuff right in this area.
See, I've never really, on my own, I've never had any paranormal experience. It doesn't mean that I don't believe it's
Right.
It's out there. I just never had it. Although today, as a matter of fact, I was over at that garden because I go there even when I'm not working on it. I just go there just to walk around. It's my happy place, and
Uh-huh.
it's like it's far enough away from people that I don't really see people enough. so it's like silent, and I just love it. You can just hear the birds and nothing else. But today I was there, and it was pouring rain, and I was there with my umbrella, just walking around. I was looking at some of the stuff that I dug up yesterday just to see if the rain washed the mud away, and I could swear I kept hearing voice. Like, it sounded like it was far away, but it wasn't. And I don't know how to explain that because it doesn't sound like it's feasible that it's far away, but it's not.
Right.
And I kept looking around, and I know nobody's there. There was virtually no cars in the parking lot, and nobody was walking the trails because I kept looking, and I saw nobody, but I kept hearing a female's voice. So just because the curiosity side of me of the whole paranormal thing is like, I said out loud, I said, I can hear you, but I can't hear what you're saying. I don't know if you're one of the Logans, which is the name of the family that owned it. I said, but I can hear you. I just don't know what you're saying. You sound too far away. Where are you? I swear to God, faintly I heard right here. I said, where is right here? It's not like I can see you that you're going, hey, I'm over here.
Uh-huh. That's kind of, that's like all of us, If you hear it, you're sitting there looking around.
Because I couldn't tell where it was coming from.
No.
It just sounded like it was like far away, or like somebody was just talking like real, hey, I'm over here.
Uh-huh.
It's like, well, where is here? And then I gave up and I stopped talking to them. And as I was leaving, I swear to God, I heard a man's voice, which if it's the people that live there would be the guy that owned the place.
Right.
And I've actually talked to a few mediums on here, one of which is, both of them actually are in relation to Talk with Teddy, because he has his own station going where he broadcasts in many different places, WLFE DB radio. And he's got Psychic Cindy on there, and I talked to her.
Cindy.
And he's got Where's My Sage, which I can't remember.
That was Mike
Christy?
and Christy.
Like they both given me some little messages, but not what I was looking for. Like, do they appreciate it? Are they happy? Like, I didn't want to come right out and ask that. I just said, are there any messages for me in regards to what I'm doing there? And neither one of them said anything about the families. So the only thing I got that was positive, really, because it was mostly neutral, was from Psychic Cindy. There was a time where it seemed like I wasn't going to be able to do what I want to do with the place, which is make it into a garden again. Like, by this time next year, have like bushes, flowers, shrubs all over the place, making it look mostly the way it did, because I have pictures of what it used to look like from our local historical society. And it looked like I wasn't going to be able to do that. So I asked her to ask if it was going to happen. And she said, oh my God, she said, they just yelled in my ear. She's like, how if like somebody types in all capital letters? She said, these were huge capital letters that said yes. And then within days, I got to talk to the park manager, and she told me, oh no, I wasn't saying that. I'm just saying that you have to go through me before you do anything. So, would have been nice to hear something from them,
Right.
I appreciate it.
You can't always get what you want, though, in the paranormal field.
Well, the Rolling Stones taught us that, too.
Yeah, they did.
I knew you were going to say that.
Yes, they did. But, I mean, yeah. You got some good comebacks on that, boy. You got to listen to some of our shows that we have. I'm a producer of all these shows that you see on there right now.
Oh, wow.
And we got 2 more coming on there. Cool. Kaninsky that was on here earlier, and then we have a barbecue guy that's coming on our WO Entertainment Network.
Wow.
So
it's growing.
Yeah, it's growing, and that's what we want. Because like the redneck pimp always says, if you're laughing, you're not crying.
That's true.
And that's what we try to do, especially
unless they're laughing really, really hard.
Then they can be crying, but that's a good thing. That's a good thing.
That's a good cry.
Yeah. See, the WO Radio Show and WO Entertainment, they're veteran comedians. Most of them are. And through the veterans comedy, we do a lot of shows to raise money for Warrior Outdoors.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I'd like to think I'm a comedian sometimes. Especially when I've been on cam with Nick here, when we've been on Teddy's shows. Most times I am way deep into many of these at that point.
There ain't nothing wrong with that.
And everybody else thinks it's funny, but then when I watch it the next day after I don't remember anything, it's like, oh, Jesus.
If I could just bring up one of those funny memories, and this is one I've spoken about a lot of times. This was actually the first time I got to know who Tom Nally was. It was when Teddy had Christy and Mike from Where's My Sage, and they were playing the Gets game, like I said earlier. And Tom came on, but the first time he came on, his voice was kind of choppy, almost like it was just like it was compressed. It was solid. And then he went off again, and then he came back on like 2 more times, and his voice sounded like a robot at this point because he had problems with his computer.
Well, that was because earlier that day I had downloaded a like one of those things that like change your voice or whatever while you're on cam like this.
Yeah.
And it seemed to get stuck in the on position, even though the app was not on anymore.
Right.
And it frustrated me so much I had to get off the laptop and just get onto the my phone like I'm on now and just said screw it. This is what the hell it is.
Well, the phones are baby computers anyway nowadays. You know.
This is true. Like we have more technology on our phone than they had on the first launch to the moon.
Right. You know, that's exactly true. You look at it that way, but
and those computers were like 2-3 big rooms of
Like
nothing but
television.
Right.
electronics.
and see that's another reason I like StreamYard, is you can either do it on the computer or you can do it on the phone.
Yep.
And that's what's going to help us out during our 180 hours. Because when I go to different locations, I'll be live on my phone where I'm going.
Just remember sideways.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Everybody makes that mistake of going the other
Yeah.
way.
They go like that, or some of them will even go sideways and it still doesn't work until you click at the top and go into desktop mode.
Because then otherwise you're just watching it like,
Yeah.
what am I sitting here?
You know. But yeah, it's amazing the technology that's out there. And the 2 guys that created this StreamYard and stuff, it's something else.
It is.
Because I looked into Zoom, XSplit, you know, OBS, all that, and I went,
Yeah, OBS is too complicated.
It is. You know, all of it is.
I mean, it's better, but only if you know exactly what you're doing.
Right. And you got to preload a lot of stuff in. I can sit here and download a picture in 2 seconds and put it right up on the screen.
Yep.
Or I can share a screenshot and bring it right up on the screen.
Yep. Or share like a YouTube video or something as you're on there.
Right.
Like, just do a screen share with that.
I know. It's
many
fantastic. Everybody, all my people in my shows love it now. And, I mean, it's unbelievable.
And it's definitely better than Zoom.
Yes, it is.
Because I think Zoom has, I don't know if it's, I've never used it, but like just watching it, it seems like it has this setting that some people don't know how to turn off, where whoever's talking, they'll take up the whole screen. And then when somebody else talks, then it goes to them instead of showing everybody at once.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can show everybody at once, or I can bring you up on the screen. Yeah, we're back and forth. And the new feature on there I like is I can do this
Yep.
and move you around.
I found that out one night when I was just talking with that dude, Teddy. It was just me and him, like doing a non-broadcasting one. And I just kept going back and forth. He said, dude, you're making me dizzy. Stop.
I know. That's what's fun about it. I mean,
You can have fun with it too.
you can do so much at just your finger or your mouse, you know, just boom, 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 boom. And inviting people is so simple and easy.
You just send them the link, and then all they got to do is make their name and make sure that their mic and their cam is working, and then they're good.
That's it. I mean, the only problems we've had is Mac and iPhones. They're a little tricky once in a while.
Because it's browser-based, so you would think that shouldn't be a problem.
You would think, but usually I can get their picture, but then I got to go through them to get their audio set up.
Oy.
Yeah, sometimes it's a nightmare. But
Yeah,
once we get
everybody
it,
should just buy PCs and abandon Mac altogether. No more iPhones, no more Mac computers, no more MacBooks, no nothing. Just let them go out of
Just have
business.
one type
Right.
of software out there.
It should just be one type of computer.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And what I like about it, like you said, it's browser based. So I'm using their internet basically and everything. All I'm using is my bandwidth, which it doesn't take much to use on this.
No, because I've had nights where my signal was pretty weak here.
Mm-hmm.
Before I had gotten my new router from Verizon, but it still streamed pretty well. There were
Right.
people who had more powerful computers and more powerful connections than I did, and they were like, what?
Exactly.
You suck.
That's like I said about the, your computer problem that you had before. I have to be honest, Tom. Every once in a while, I still watch it. It's still, like how when you said about how if you laugh so hard you cry.
Yeah.
Well, when that all happened, that happened to me when I saw that live. I'm like, what the hell is going on with this broadcast? And everybody started coming up with all these names. I think mine was Robo Tom.
I get a kick out of it when they start acting like Max Headroom. Back and forth.
I even remember one other person says, like, what the hell? I've heard robot voices.
Yeah, I've actually gone back and watched that a few times. I've at one point or another gone back and watched all the shows of his that I've been on. But to be honest, I'm usually only on at the end, so I just fast forward through all the other stuff and get to the part where I'm on.
Yeah,
I did do one show with him.
Heard it when it happened.
Actually, I did 2 full shows with him. One was just about my channel, and then one was where he was interviewing his nephew, the tattoo guy, and I was a co-host. And I was half shot in the ass like 10 minutes into that one. So,
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that.
It's too bad Teddy's not around. I would have invited him too. I think he would have been happy to be on the show.
he might be working tonight, I think.
Yeah, he hasn't been doing this. He used to do a show almost like every night. Then it went from like 3 nights to 2 nights, and now he's just doing it on
Now
Tuesday.
he's down to one night.
Yeah. And then his other show, Paratalk Radio, which he does on Mondays with Cindy.
Did he do a show this week?
Yeah, he did. He had oh man, what was his name?
I didn't get a notification.
I was watching it. They were on for 2 hours again. I think the last guest that they had was damn it, it's like right in front of me. I cannot even think for some reason. Oh wait, it's I'm looking it up. He had Archbishop James Cloud. They had Archbishop James Cloud on their show. That was earlier this week.
That's weird. I didn't get a notification of that. Very strange.
Yeah.
Facebook sucks.
It does. Real bad.
Mark Zuckerberg needs to stop being such a tight ass and stop being so political and get back to what matters.
That's it. And leave it alone. Don't do that new crap they got on Facebook, the new site, the way it is. I hate it. I want it back the old way.
It looks more like a mobile app than it does the old Facebook.
Yeah, they changed everything. I'm used to everything being over on one side. Now it's over on the other side. And I'm like, hey, I want my stuff back.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was one time, I remember over 10 years ago when Facebook was actually a lot more original in its appearance.
Mm-hmm.
And they said that there was going to be some new update, which to this day, I mean, I still highly regretted what I did because we didn't have as many updates with Facebook then. So I just didn't think it was going to be much. So I clicked on the page, and all of a sudden, it was not like what it was before. I'm thinking,
no,
what have I done? And I couldn't go back. I was stuck. So that was that.
I remember before they even had an app when it was just computer, and that was it. That was like when they first made it public, and that was just in time because MySpace had died at that point.
Oh yeah, big time.
But I did like MySpace. That was fun.
It was different. I'll put it that way.
Yeah.
I had a good time on there.
I never used MySpace. I never used it.
I actually met a lot of people on there. One of my friends that I haven't really talked to her much lately, but did you ever see the movie The Crow?
Yep.
The little girl in that movie? That's my friend.
Oh really?
Yeah, I've been friends with her now for got to be, I don't know, at least 15, 16 years, something.
I was
like
going to
that.
say, yeah,
And
that was an
we hung
awesome
out
movie.
quite a bit. It was, but
I've only
it kind
seen bits
of
and
got
pieces,
ruined by it
so
a
I
little
haven't seen
bit.
the whole thing yet.
She got ruined by it a little bit because she was actually, I believe, she actually witnessed when Brandon Lee was accidentally shot.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
that kind of
Yeah.
sent her off. So that's why she never really did anything else.
Yeah,
She
that was
tried to get it going again, but I think it was too late by then.
yeah. It was that and somebody to step in and fill Brandon's shoes. He had that part down.
Yeah, they should have ended it with the first one, and that was it.
Yeah, they should have.
If they were going to do anything
I-
else, it should have been CGI.
Yeah,
CGI Brandon Lee.
there you go.
I'll have to. I've only seen bits and pieces of it, but I'll have to see it at some. It's been hard to watch. Honestly, everybody always knows me for my horror films and stuff like. I just haven't been able to watch a lot of movies because it's just because, like I said earlier, my dad's been using the TV to watch all the CNN stuff, which I don't want to see anything about it. It's just too depressing.
God.
There's nothing good about it, and
There's
You
nothing
look at
true
other-
about it on CNN either.
No, there's not.
You know, you should
Yeah.
get your news from the internet, from independent news places, not mainstream media at all.
right.
No.
Not even Fox.
And
Fox is too far to the right.
Yeah,
And then you got,
Even when it is true stuff,
all the rest of them's too far to the left.
yeah.
Well, the other thing is, even when it is true, all they're just trying to do, especially with all the political stuff, they're just trying to kind of rough people up for it. It's getting more intense, and it's just not good to watch. And when you look at other television channels, like for example, that being with Halloween just being 2 days away, or with other holidays, they always would decorate their logos. Like you'd see, like a pumpkin for like one logo for Halloween, another for leaves for like Thanksgiving, Christmas. CNN never decorates their logos, so it's not even that. They don't even do anything to make it a little bit more kind of upbeat, if you will.
Too
They
much
haven't been
old
a
money there.
reputable- They haven't
Right.
been reputable as a news source since like the 80s.
Right.
Yeah, that's been around for like 30 years almost.
Well, they all,
Since cable became
Yeah.
like a normal thing.
that and they just want to back up all the rich people that want this and that, and
Yeah.
there's too much. It's like politicians. There's too much damn old money in Washington D.C.
Yep. I think
Right.
every politician should have term limits. It should be the same amount
Exactly.
for all of them. 2 terms of 4
Exactly.
years.
Yep.
That's it. You're gone. You're done.
That's
You'll
right.
Retire. You'll have your retirement of $100,000
Well,
a year. or
that and
whatever.
they should cut that down in half.
Oh yeah,
It's like I tell everybody now. I tell my grandkids and all that. Right? Study politics. Run one time and get elected. That's all you need.
yep.
If you
Exactly.
can't do nothing in that 4 years, don't worry about it. You're set for life.
Yeah,
You're going
right.
to get that
You got a-
check every
you got a
year.
pension for the rest of your life.
I know. That's. I
Better
screwed
than any
up.
pension you'll get in a union.
I screwed up, man. I should have done it years and years and years ago. Ran for office and got elected. I would have sat in there and bilked everybody for every penny I could have got and said, I'm done.
Yeah, see, I would have done that, but I drank too much beer and smoked too much weed growing up.
Well, I did too, but,
I just wasn't thinking of it.
Bill Clinton got in, so I guess I could have had.
Hey, look at this big ass blunt right here.
Yeah.
Guys, I hate to cut this short, but unfortunately, I got to get going. Just one other final thing, just before I go, though, because I wanted to. I was going to show this to Nico, but these are the original. Tom, you've seen it, obviously. The original Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark books. I know they're a little bit bright, but these are the books I was talking about earlier. Hang on a second. Let's see if I can try to get a little bit further. But you guys are familiar with these books, right?
Right.
Yeah, you were talking about them on Liz and Frank's show.
Yeah, and I also got the Treasury book. This is all 3 books in one. You can see my camera freezing again. Yep, here we go. This is the Treasury book. This is the one I've had out of all the books I've had the longest. So, Carl, I know you said you were interested in having me read some of them. So let me know when you want me to come on, and I'd be glad. I'd gladly read some of them for your show.
Okay. Yeah. I'll get with you first part of the week, next week sometime.
And
And
Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. I just got to speed things up. These are also some of the tribute books that have been made recently that have almost the same type of drawings as the original trilogy book. Like you got Nightmare Soup, Nightmare Society. This is actually the very first of its kind that's been made more for an older audience, not like the original trilogy, which was like aimed for kids. This one you got to be 14 and over to get this book because it's more.
So how did you buy them?
I'm 27 years old. But it's they're still awesome books, so they're great.
That is cool.
Yeah, but like I said, I gotta go. But yeah, just let me know, Carl, when you want me on, and I'll be gladly ready to have some of these books for ready for you guys to read.
Okay, that'll work.
All right, Carl, thanks for having me on. Tom,
No problem.
it's great seeing you, and also we should also say our famous thing that we always say about this is Tom's World. You ready?
Wait. I say so many different things. It's hard to keep up on what the famous
Go
thing
to
is.
youtube.com.
Oh,
Tom's
that's right. www.youtube.com/thisistomsworld. Subscribe,
All right,
like,
guys,
share.
All right, guys.
That'll
You have a
work.
great night.
Okay, but yeah, but it was great meeting you.
Most definitely.
Stuff. And like I said, if you want to be part of our 180-hour live video and everything
Possible. It's possible.
and stuff, because like I said, it runs 24 hours a day.
Right?
And
Well, for 180 hours.
right. And as we say, everything's game during that time. Just don't drop the F-bomb too many times.
Right. Don't get naked.
Yeah.
Well,
There will be
as long as
kids.
as long as the camera's like this, then that's fine.
Right. A lot of kids watch our shows every once in a while, but we kind of stick to that guideline all the way through. But
That's understandable.
yeah, you're more than welcome.
I always keep my videos like PG on YouTube. It's just when I'm on live cams, and especially if I've been drinking.
Yeah.
It's a little hard to control sometimes, but
Hey, that's no problem. No problem at all. So, but anyway, well, I'm going to get ready to shut this down. I've been on here for about 2.5 hours now. So,
yeah, I got to get ready to do Dad's insulin anyway. So,
yeah, I got to get ready and take a shower, clean up, get ready to go to work tomorrow for the last day this week
all right.
and everything. So, we'll catch
All right.
you later
Cool.
and everything.
Thanks for having me on.
Okay, bud. Bye. Okay, everybody. Thank you for joining Paranormal Nation Radio tonight. Again, this show was just a fun show, but mainly it's letting everybody know that starting Saturday morning at 8 a.m., Halloween morning, you can find us starting our live 180 hours. Let's see here. I'll bring this up. Right here at these places right here. Periscope, Twitter, Twitch, WO Entertainment #1. One of them may not have the T in it, so you have to check. I think it's Periscope. It says WO Entertainment without the T, but it has the #1. Sign on, follow us. The chat rooms are in each one of those events. We will also be on Facebook and YouTube at WO Entertainment. But they shut us down in 8 hours, so I have to start restarting that every so often. But you can come on there and follow us all the way up. We'll end the 180 hours at Warrior Fest in Blue Springs, Missouri, at Misfits Bar and Grill, where we have live shows with comedians, and we have 10 rock bands that'll be playing there. So everybody come and join us. There'll be a donation banner running at the bottom of the screen all during the 180 hours. All money goes to Warrior Outdoors, non-for-profit for veterans that we help. So everybody, again, I thank you for tuning in tonight, and I will see you Saturday morning, Halloween morning, at 8 a.m., starting live on here. So, Watch Spur is on all these platforms right here that I got listed down below. And hopefully enjoy the 180 hours we got coming towards you. So again, everybody from WO Entertainment, Paranormal Nation Radio, good night, have a good evening, and we will see you.